All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahshua HaBarakakarash. Number one, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to your elect, which we hope to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who are ashamed of looking like heathens. The spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world only calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shah, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, who preaches to Yeshua. I got a quick lesson. And yet, the priest come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, why I believe it or not. Now I'm just gonna go in number 16. I'm gonna start out right at the rip. So it says now Korah, the son of Izhar. It says the son of Kohath. It says the son of Levi. It says Dadan. It says Abiram. It says the son of Eliab. It says and On. It says the son of Caliph, sons of Reuben, took men. It says and they rose up before Moses with a certain of the children of Israel. Because remember Moses stuff brought them out of Egypt, right? And it says which was 600,000 when it come down to men. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It always refers to as the scriptures always refers scriptures always refer always refer to the men and whatnot and stuff. But guess what? It will also be women and children. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Moses, who was also King David, who's also apostle, who also was Zerubbabel, and also Apostle Peter. The thing is that he was the first king of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't like necessarily crowned, but he was in the position of being the king of Israel. You see, right? Which later in his incarnations and stuff, he was actually a king. I'm saying he was always the head of the church, right? Or put in a position and stuff where he was the head. You see, right? So it says 200 in verse 2 again. It says, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes. It says of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. It says, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. It says, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy. Every one of them, it says, in the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is among them. It says, wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. So it's like who made you the leader? Right? Verse 4 it says, and when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. It says, and he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will shew who are his and who is holy. Because Moses, when Israel got out of line and whatnot and stuff, right? Moses always will plead to the Lord and stuff and be like, hey, Lord, he'll be like, look, don't do this, don't do that and whatnot and stuff, because the Lord will be ready to kill him. Look at I think it's Numbers 12. It is. Let me go to it right quick. This Numbers 12 and 10. Uh, sorry, verse 1. It says Numbers 12 and 1. And remember, Moses is a Levite, Aaron's a Levite, you know what I'm saying, right? Miriam was one as well. So it says, and Miriam, it says, and Aaron spake against Moses because the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, meddle not another man's affairs. What a man does and stuff is on to what he does. You know what I'm saying? So if he chose an Ethiopian woman and stuff, that's what he chose. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it ain't nothing wrong with having concubines. Yeah. Say messing with my phone. Say messing with my phone. Ain't even water. It's probably the Asians, low key. It's probably the Asians. It's probably the Asians. Because they know they get talked about and stuff when it come down to scriptures. So they be pulling them. But this is numbers, meddle not in another man's affairs. You know what I'm saying, right? Right? Whatever woman and stuff that you want to deal with. Okay, once again, when it comes down to the concubines, ain't nothing wrong with the concubines. You know what I'm saying? You just can't follow their ways and stuff when it comes down to us Israelites. See, that's where Solomon had failed, right? It's verse 2, or 12 and 1 again. It says, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. It says, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. It says, and they said, have the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? It says, have he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. It says, now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. So he was lowly, he was humble, right? It says, verse 4. It says, and the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses. It says, and unto Aaron and unto Miriam. It says, come out, ye three, onto the tabernacle of the congregation. It says, and they three came out, right? And it says, and the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, the chariot, you know what I'm saying? It was an angel. It says, and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. Verse 6, it says, and he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision. It says, and will speak unto him in a dream. It says, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. It says with him will I speak mouth to mouth, right? So he was getting he's getting direct message, being talked to and stuff directly. And it says even apparently, it says, and not in dark speeches, meaning he's gonna be straight up, ain't gonna be no parable or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no riddle. Figure this out. Dark saying none of that stuff. He's gonna tell him straight up. It says, in the similitude of the Lord shall behold. It says, wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? It says, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, did you choose Moses? Or did I choose Moses to come out here and bring you niggas out of captivity? You see, right? And guess what? Nothing new under the sun. Evidently and stuff, they had to look at Moses and stuff of low degree to sit up here and come up against him. Well, guess what? You're gonna have the same ones here. You see, right? And most Israelites and stuff, you know what they're gonna say? You not Moses and whatnot and stuff. The thing is, you gotta understand this. The one thing that I ask my scoffers all the time and stuff, I ask them this: it's like, did the Lord make a mistake and stuff by bringing me into this truth and also making me a prophet? You see, or to be able to speak on this word, to be able to understand it and whatnot and stuff, to have me in the truth and stuff for however long and whatnot and stuff, to learn about these scriptures. The Lord didn't have to do that, but He did. So what you got to say then? But they know better than stuff to not sit up here and say anything against that. And more than likely and stuff, they don't have shit to say after that. You know what I'm saying? They just go into their regular taunts. You see? But guess what? I'm not the only one that's going through that. You see? And anyway, it's like this. So it's Numbers 12, and I hope that I be one of the ones that the Lord chooses, despite what these ages and wicked ass Israelites and stuff and heathens and stuff do. Heathen filled Israelites and stuff with, you know, despite whatever they do and stuff, that I be one of the chosen. You know what I'm saying? Because Wisdom of Solomon the 5th chapter. Oh man, and stuff. You gotta really you you gotta really be proud and confident and stuff to be making fun of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But then for the Lord to save them in your fucking face, and you like him, huh? Him or her? Her? No. They this, they that, they not. They whoop the woo and stuff, and pretty much you'll see and stuff, and it's like, guess what? You've been fucking with the wrong ones all this time, because it's gonna be revealed. It's gonna be revealed when the Lord and stuff shows his connection with his elect, which we hope to be of the elect. Ain't nobody sitting up here like, yeah, I'm part of the elect. Fuck these niggas. Nah, ain't nobody doing that. Only a proud motherfucker gonna do that. Galatians 6:3, if a man think himself is something when he is nothing, he's deceiving himself. You see? That's why we say hopeful elect. Why a lot of people and stuff probably don't say it, but you can see it in their spirit and their demeanors that they really believe that they are the elect already. They think they're saved already and stuff. They can be more misinformed and stuff. You know, they cannot be more misinformed and stuff than they already are, right? But it's like so. This is Numbers chapter 12 and uh, 8 again. It says, "With him will I speak mouth to mouth," referring to Moses, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. It says, "And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold." It says, "Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?" It says, "And the anger of the Lord was kindled against him, and he departed." Verse 10. It says, and the cloud, and I remember when Apostle Tahar, and then there's several different apostles and whatnot when it come down to certain women, saying they come up while they either, putting stuff uh, uh, on the comment board, or the comment board, or in the live stream. Saying when they doing the videos and whatnot on the lives. Saying, and there's plenty of times and stuff that when you hear the other apostles, they be like, man, you women need to shut the fuck up. You see, Scripture says when you come to the house of the Lord and stuff, you're supposed to be in silence. You see, you know, right? Or if it's in person and stuff, or even electronically and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd say it like this: most women nowadays, they want equality. They want the equality of the society and stuff. Where when really it's not equality when it comes down to this society and stuff. Really, what happens and stuff is really what happens is that they're looking for a way to overpower the man and stuff, even found within the scriptures. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Really, what they're trying to do is just is still to maintain within society. They have power over the man. They want want it to be found within the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And brothers and the elder apostles and stuff, when it came down to one West, you know what I'm saying? They were saying that women bring forth confusion. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely, that confusion goes into the fact that they out of line in their emotions. And that's why the scriptures also says, it's Rock the Ninth chapter, I believe, or Ecclesiastes and Apocrypha, it says, be not around many women because their vibration of emotions will slide on you. Women get the gossiping and whatnot and stuff, and now you a nigga trying to be gossiping and stuff. You're not a nigga, but you'll be a man who keep to himself. But since you're around these women, their energy and stuff peel off on you. You know what I'm saying? And now you a male, but you got feminine tendencies now. Not saying you gonna like the same sex or nothing and stuff, but now you doing the little kitty ass shit they do. You see? That's confusion. Because the man's supposed to be logic and be about order. Women are disorderly. That's why the man is the guide of a woman. You see? But anyways, right? Pretty much Miriam had no business spewing out her feelings and stuff about the woman that Moses was with. You see, Aaron wasn't supposed to either, because once again the scripture says, "Meddle not in another man's affairs." You see, right? Well, I think it's in Proverbs. If I can grab it right quick, and I come right back. Uh, it's 30:20. Uh, Here we go. This is Proverbs 30:19. It says, "The way of an eagle." Well, it's like it. Verse 18, it says, "There be three things which are too wonderful for me, yea, four which I know not." It says, verse 19, it says, "The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea. It says, and the way of a man with his maid. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? It says, verse 20, it says, such is the, Salaki. Yeah, that was the point, verse 19, right? So when it comes down to it and stuff, that's something that you are not supposed to know about. You see? You're not supposed to know what a man does with his woman. And if a man chose a certain type of woman and stuff, that's none of your fucking business. You see? Right? So going back to the numbers 12 and uh 9. So pretty much just guess what happened and stuff. It wasn't just Moses and stuff who's, Moses ain't it doesn't say anything about Moses, you know what I'm saying, getting angry with her. Lord got angry with her ass. You see? You know, right? So let's see what happened. So this Numbers chapter 12, verse 9 again. It says, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. So the Lord was angry with angry with Aaron and Miriam. Well, let's see what he do to them, right? It says verse 10. It says, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous. So guess what? He took the melloration. He took the melanin and stuff from her skin, you know what I'm saying, turned her into a leopard. Temporarily turned her into a Caucasian. You know what I'm saying, temporarily turned her ass into no, to suffer the mark of Cain. And what's the mark of Cain? Leprosy. A clean leopard from head to toe. You see? And leprosy, uh, uh, they try to say that leprosy and stuff is no, it is leprosy. That is part of leprosy. But you go to Leviticus the 13th chapter. If they'll be considered a clean leopard. You know what I'm saying? Meaning when it says clean leopard, you know what I'm saying, that's still a skin deficiency. It's a skin disease. You know what I'm saying? When you enemies with the sun. You know what I'm saying? Instead of your body being able to absorb sunlight and stuff to build up vitamin D and stuff within your body, you know what I'm saying, it bounces off and it burns them. That's why they gotta wear sunscreen. That's why they gotta wear sunscreen. That's why they gotta wear sunscreen. You see? You know? And right? But I'm gonna go back to it. So this is Numbers chapter 12. This Numbers chapter 12, verse this Numbers chapter 12, verse uh 10 again. It says, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And it says, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. It says, and Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. It says, wherein we have done foolishly. It says, and wherein we have sinned. You see, so guess what? You could speak. I'm going this way. You could speak. You could speak to certain men. You can speak to certain men and whatnot and stuff, and out of your pride or your emotions or your feelings and stuff. I think that's why the brother Amawan Gabar, the brother Amawan Gabar, yeah, every Mexican, it's gonna be every fucking Mexican. The niggas are gangbangers. Fuck a cop. That nigga is fucking gangbangers, man. The Lord ain't dealing with you fucking gangbangers just to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't want you in no other organization. And gangbanging is not a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I say it like this. So this is slacking for the sidetrack. But it's Numbers 12. It's Numbers 12. And so pretty much Aaron and stuff, he was like, forgive us, whoop the whoop, right? So let's read verse 12. It said, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. It says, and Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, heal her now, O power, I beseech thee. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, And that's disrespect. You know what I'm saying? If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? It says, let her be shut out from the camp. It says 7 days. It says, and after that, let her be received in again. So it's just like, so he played her skin when she had the flesh of an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? The enemy of the son. Told her ass that guess what? You got to go out in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? And it was already in the desert and stuff, right? You're gonna have to go out there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit out there and stuff for 7 fucking days because you spoke against my servant Moses on something and stuff that didn't have nothing to do with her. You see? Just because Moses wanted an Ethiopian woman and stuff that don't have nothing to fucking do with fucking Miriam. Miriam need to stay her ass where she needed, to keep it to herself. You see, Miriam didn't need to be talking about. Miriam didn't need to be talking about Moses' wife. That's not her jurisdiction, right? And guess what? It can also, even though this is going into his wife and whatnot and stuff and personal matters, what I'm saying, because the scripture says that when a man get himself a wife, he get in possession. So guess what? That has something to do with him. It didn't have nothing to do with Miriam. And you know what else that can be applied with? That can be applied with anything else. Because remember, the Lord is the one who called us into this to be able to do this. Because if he didn't want to, look how many Israelites who know about the truth. But yet, guess what? They rather sit at home. They rather sit up home, learn the videos and whatnot. They not gonna take their ass outside. They ain't gonna try to teach. They ain't gonna try to do none of that. They gonna sit their ass in the house. And no offense. You know what I'm saying? To when it comes down to certain individual stuff, that's just not your lot. You know what I'm saying? Right? But the Lord chose us to do these things. And he gonna choose. He just like he chose prophets who's gonna bring forth the correct message. He also chose prophets who's gonna give out the incorrect message. You see, you know, right, right. So pretty much, what I'm saying, we all servants of the Lord. What I'm saying, don't get me wrong, right? But there's certain positions and stuff that he placed us in. What I'm saying, and he chose that. And if it's happening here, Moses, we already know this stuff. Like people will sit up here and be like, well, if Moses was here and stuff, oh, we respect him and whatnot and stuff. You're not finna get a person and stuff that's going to be called Moses. I know they had the elder brother, the Apostle Ha, Apostle Kabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramla, when it come down to, and the elders on up. But when it come down to them, when they was learning the truth, they had King Mashai and whatnot and stuff, right? But the thing is that they ain't finna be like you ain't gonna necessarily, that's what they thought that that that's what they figured and stuff was King David, right? That's what they figured and stuff was King David. But the thing is that uh, 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 that's who they figured and stuff was King David. You know what I'm saying? That's who they believe. Just like how everybody else and stuff got someone that they believe is King David as well. You know what I'm saying, right? But anyways, when it come down to it, uh, uh, back then and stuff, he was probably a quiet man. You know what I'm saying? He was a quiet man and whatnot and stuff, and probably, humble. It says humble. And usually when it come down to being humble and stuff, you're quiet. You know what I'm saying? Or you're a mellow individual and stuff, or you speak softly with words. You know what I'm saying, right? And the thing is that if they was able to come up against Moses, and then you gotta understand, Moses was showing spiritual powers, and these niggas and stuff still bitched up in the end, man. You see? Still sitting up here talking they shit and whatnot. If something miraculous can happen like that, and they're I forget what the word is, but their attention and stuff, they get a small frame of no, that's what it's called. Their attention span and stuff is uh 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 short and whatnot and stuff. But for just I don't know the brother name and whatnot, but I'll be watching his videos. GMS in Rome, Lions of Fire, right? The thing is, GMS in Rome, Lions of Fire. The thing is that brother had did a video years ago and stuff called "Let Faith Be Your Shield" Part One, Part Two, right? You know what I'm saying? And pretty much what happens is that when it come down and stuff, he was like you know, he was talking about it's like, after if you saw a man and stuff spread his hands or put his staff down and stuff, and then the water and stuff split, you know what I'm saying, and the water split and stuff, and you walking through this motherfucker. I know a lot of people and stuff should have watched the movie Prince of Egypt. You know what I'm saying, or got a chance to watch it and stuff, right? And the thing is that you spreading this sea and you walking through the ground and stuff with your animals, you know what I'm saying, with your kids, you know what I'm saying, with your wives and whatnot and everything with the woo, while you got Pharaoh and his ground troops and stuff chasing you down and stuff to take you back. And you niggas, and it's like, and then you get through there, you know what I'm saying? You see something like that and stuff, like that's gonna pierce your soul where it's gonna be like, you know what? Nah, yeah, the Lord dealing with him and whatnot, but they still came up against them. Still came up, right? 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 So this is so pretty much Numbers 12 and 15. It says and Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again and whatnot and stuff. Right? So guess what? Even though even though Miriam spoke against Moses and whatnot and stuff for something that don't have nothing to do with her, right? The thing is that that didn't stop the Lord from judging her. You know what I'm saying? Because even though Aaron and stuff prayed for the both of them, like, "Look, Lord, we didn't know he ain't do nothing to Aaron. He did something to Miriam because she was out of place. You see? And I pretty much I want to say it like this: a lot of you Israelites and stuff. Guess what? The same can go for you. And just because, like, well, my flesh is still the same color and whatnot and stuff, it could be something that you can't see. And what is that? Being blind in the heart. You know what I'm saying? Being tossed in outer darkness, meaning you can't see it. You can probably hear it, but you can't see it. Some of it also goes into the fact that a lot of you all can't fucking change, or for the fact that you can't pry off that pride of you. You know what I'm saying? Or when you get corrected and whatnot and stuff, it doesn't heal you. So therefore you harden your neck. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you constantly trying to get into this shenanigan and that shenanigan and stuff over something and stuff that doesn't have nothing to do with you. And because like I got it's fucking Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, but I said, and like the brothers and stuff will tell me and stuff, it's like, no, they're not Issachar, even though they from the tribe of Issachar, they're not. I know what brothers was doing, but pretty much it's like, no, they're Mexicans, they're not Issachar. Mexican meaning that they Mexican, they're Mexican as in uh uh that of the weak nature. You know what I'm saying? They're Mexican and stuff, referring to that of the weak nature and whatnot and stuff. When it's like, they'll give the correct Hebrew name, Yashashkar or Issachar and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Because it will go back to the actual roots and whatnot and stuff, or what tribe that they are and stuff, because they act like it. You see? So I do this work and whatnot and stuff. The Lord had made me a prophet. He brought me into the truth and whatnot, this, that, and the third. And he ain't taking away from me. I got scoffers and stuff, and it ain't all Mexicans. Because I actually ran across some Mexicans who hate other Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, and it was like, wow, that kind of really like blew me out of my mind and whatnot and stuff, because it was like, usually they don't do that. But when it come down to it and stuff, Deuteronomy 28:54 and stuff is there. It doesn't say that it didn't have to be tribe against another tribe. It could be tribe within themselves. You see, right? Be within the same tribe. So pretty much, uh, I hope you can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Why? And this Hispanic brother. You know what I'm saying? It was a Hispanic brother and stuff who was telling me this. You know what I'm saying? He's the elder and stuff. Actually, my elder and stuff when it come down to preaching this word, right? So you saw that. So pretty much and stuff. You know, my business is to do the business of the Heavenly Father and whatnot and stuff. The same thing as your house shot. Not saying that I am your house shot. Not saying that I'm this and the third. The thing is that I hope to be of the hopeful elect and stuff. And this is what the Lord and stuff wanted me to do. And I had these scoffers sitting up here talking about, oh, we're gonna get you fired from your job and stuff. It's like, nigga, this wasn't. This is this. There's no application when it comes out of this. You know what I'm saying? There's no application and whatnot. This is what the Lord wanted me to do. Proverbs 20 and 24 says, Man's going to the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? And the thing is that just because you dislike me and stuff don't mean nothing and stuff for the fact that the Lord and stuff chose me to do this. And for some reason, they can't get that. They can't get that. And I think that's part of the judgment. Because I don't know these niggas. And for they eavesdroppers and they use technology and whatnot, or Esau's blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's a weapon and whatnot and stuff to try to listen in and whatnot and stuff, right? Because I believe they fucking agents. I think they agents. I really believe that they fucking agents with a gangbang mentality and stuff. So they real fucking through. And then the thing is that they're emotional. The golfing and stuff, him and the other two people and stuff, his family, whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? There's many others and stuff. And I know I'm not the only one going through it. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers and stuff, they all might be fucking agents. They all might be governmental agents and whatnot and stuff because all they do is try to provoke me. And it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a real demon to be fucking dedicated and stuff to your job to do such things. Satan's little helpers. Satan's little helpers. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that what I do is not the jurisdiction. The payment that I'm hoping to receive is that my sins be forgiven and that he saved me on the first go round, or I will have to, or even if I am a martyr, because these niggas be always talking about killing me. And it's like, ain't shit here. Fuck, ain't shit here. To sit up here and get rich and stuff and have to hear your fucking mouth with your wife and your child and then have other motherfuckers do that shit too? Hell fucking no. In my own fucking land, nigga. Own planet. But anyways, I said it like this. It's not there. It's what the Lord had chose me to do don't have nothing to do with their ass. You know what I'm saying? This is what he appointed for my soul, not theirs. You know what I'm saying? But they want to intervene because they have power in this world. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that it will go back to Luke 11. You know what I'm saying? Where they're gonna hinder others and stuff. They're gonna try to bring some type of hindrance. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna also try to hinder others. They're gonna try to hinder others. You know what I'm saying? From entering in because they're not entering. You see? So because think about it. What are you gonna do? I mean I can think of several different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, look what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we got rid of this guy, we got woo to woo, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And think about this mentally. Think about this mentally. We gonna get rid of this guy and whatnot and stuff. So now you still starving for the word. You still starving for the word and whatnot. You still starving for the word. You know what I'm saying? So then you go to other brothers and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? All that time and stuff when I was around and stuff, guess what? You niggas could have been did that. You could have been did it. You could have been went to someone else and stuff and listened to them if you disagreed and stuff with what I was doing. Or matter of fact and stuff, if you want to sit up here, oh, you shouldn't be doing this and whatnot and stuff. Well, if you feel that strongly and stuff, all these people and stuff underneath these 501c3 charters, you know what I'm saying? What if they Jake or the heathens and whatnot and stuff, and they teaching Israel to go astray and stuff, guess what? You need to stop them if you get all this power in this society. But I bet they won't do it. And the Lord set it up that way. Just like even though Moses and stuff showed spiritual powers and whatnot and stuff, Israel still came against them. So I'm going back to this Numbers 16. I'm gonna start at uh, 16 again. I mean 16 and 1 again. It says All right, so this number 16:1. It says now Korah, the son of Izhar, Izhar. So like it says the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram. It says the sons of Eliab. It says, and On, the son of Pelaph, sons of Reuben, took men. It says, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes. It says of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. So they was well known. Verse 3, it says, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. It says, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy. It says every one of them. It says in the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah among them. It says is among them. It says wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. So it's like they pretty much looked at them and stuff having that holier than thou spirit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you think you better than us, right? Right? That bitch ass spirit, right? So it says uh uh it says verse 4. It says, in other words and stuff, who made y'all the leaders, right? It says, and when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face, and he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will shew who are his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him, even him whom he had chosen will he cause to come near unto him. It says, verse 6, it says, this do take you, you censors, Korah. It says, and all his company. And I want to make sure I got this right. The word Machatath, and it says Machatah, Salakia, fire pan and stuff, you know what I'm saying, right? So it's like, you know, you know, it's usually it's like a bowl and whatnot and stuff, and you usually have incense. The first thing that's coming to my mind and stuff is how uh, um, in that movie Mulan and stuff, before they awakened Mushu, the dragon and whatnot, he was a bronze statue and whatnot and stuff in a bowl. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think what they use that for is really and stuff to burn incense in a way, right? So it says verse 7, it says, and put fire therein. It says, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. It says, and it shall be that the man whom the Lord doeth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. And it says, and Moses said unto Korah, it says, here I pray you, ye sons of Levi. You know what I'm saying? It says, seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the Most High, that the power of Israel have separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord. It says, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them, because uh, uh, they were the priest. Levi was the priest. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the tribes. You know what I'm saying, right? So uh that was their job and stuff. Back then, because now we're made priests now and stuff, but when it come down to the nation of no, when it come down to the nation of the Levi and stuff back then, you know what I'm saying, now when it come down to Levi and whatnot and stuff, the thing is that they was the mediators. They would make the sacrifices for the nation of Israel and stuff when it came down to certain offerings. Whether if it was peace offerings, no, not certain offerings, but for the offerings. Whether if it was peace offerings or sin offerings, you know what I'm saying? You will go through the Levites, you see, right? So this verse 10, it says, and he, so like, I have to do a two piece on this one. So this is verse 9. No, so like verse 10. It says, and it says, and he had brought thee near. No, he near. Uh, I ain't finished this. Verse 9, it says, seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the power of Israel have separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the service of, so I read it again. It says the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto him. It says, and he had brought thee near to him. It says, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, it says, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood. Right now, the thing is that just because you was a Levite, not all Levites and stuff was able to make the sacrifices for the nation of Israel. You had to be a Levite and stuff from the family line or the bloodline or family tree and stuff of not bloodline. It's like it. You had to be a direct descendant from Aaron. You see, right? So even not all Levites was able was in a priestly duty. You know what I'm saying? You had to make sacrifice and stuff for the nation of Israel. You had to be descendants of Aaron. You know what I'm saying? So it says uh what was I? So this is verse 10. It says, and he had brought thee near to him. It says, all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also, for which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron that ye murmur against him? You see, it says, and Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab. It says, which said, we would not come up. So pretty much and stuff, you had these Israelites and stuff, and they were sitting up here uh, 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 coming against Moses and Aaron and whatnot and stuff because they was in a position of a leadership. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. And it says verse 13. It says, is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey? It says to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us. So pretty much, they felt like and stuff is like, oh, you're just sitting up here trying to uh 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 we're gonna pretty much they feel like it's like you dragged us out of slavery and stuff, what I'm saying, just pretty much just to kill us and whatnot and stuff, what I'm saying, right? That's pretty much how they felt, and that wasn't the case. The Lord was testing their faith, what I'm saying, because most of those Israelites, well, the majority of the Israelites and stuff fucking died, what I'm saying, in the wilderness because it was a 7-day trip, what I'm saying, but the Lord was trying their spirit and stuff for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? He made sure he fed them, made sure they didn't get too hungry, he made sure that the cattle ain't die, made sure that the clothes that they wore didn't wear out. You know what I'm saying? You just have a pair of boots and stuff for maybe 7 or some years. And even if you do take good care of them and whatnot and stuff, guess what? The motherfuckers will still fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? None of that happened. None of that happened. Quail, all that and stuff. You see, miracles and everything, right? So, so they was like, man, you just brought us out here to kill us, right? So this Numbers 15 and 14, it says, moreover, thou hast not brought us, so like I read that. No. It says, moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that flowed with milk and honey. And that impatient is going to put a lot of Israelites to death. Because as it says in Luke 21 and 19, it says, in your patience possess you your souls, right? So it says, like, it says, uh, 14, it says, moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. It says, wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. It says, and Moses was very wroth and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. That's like it. Verse 15, it says, and Moses was very wroth, meaning he was angry. It says, and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. It says, I have not taken one ass, meaning a donkey, from them. It says, neither have I hurt one of them. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much the Lord, it's like pretty much Moses had asked the Lord the sacrifices, to appease the wrath for the Lord and whatnot, accept it not. You see? And guess what? Them same Jakes are here today. You see? And it says verse 16. It says, and Moses said unto Korah, it said, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, though and they and Aaron to tomorrow. It says, and take every man his censer and put incense in them. It says, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer. It says, 250 censers, thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. It says, and they took every man his censer and put fire in them and laid incense thereon and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And it says, and Korah gathered all the congregation against them onto the door of the tabernacle. It says, of the congregation. So like, oh, it says, uh, man, where was I? Uh, Verse 17, it says, and take every man his censer and put incense in them and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers. It says, thou also and Aaron each of your censers. Yeah, I probably read. It's like it. Verse 19. We ain't got my right. So it says, verse 19, it says, and Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. It says, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. Right? Consume them in a moment. It says, and they fell upon their faces and said, O power. It says, of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? Right? Because shit, Moses was trying to say they ass. You see? And it says, because going back to the numbers 12, because this is number 16, is if Miriam came against Moses, what about the rest of these motherfuckers? Right? But look what happens though. Look what happens. This is Numbers 16 and 22. It says, and they fell. So like I gotta clean this up. We'll razzle dazzle outside. This is number 16 and 22. It says, and they fell upon their no, verse 23. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah and Dadan and Abiram. It says, and Moses rose up and went unto Dadan and Abiram. It says, and the elders of Israel followed him. It says, and he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men. You see, these are Israelites, but they was wicked, right? Right? And it says, and touch nothing of theirs, lest meaning that not ye be consumed in all their sins. Verse, I think it says, it's in the book of Sirach, where it says, don't be partakers and with other men's sins, because that's where you'll fall with it. You see, right? And remember, they was also renowned men as well. You know what I'm saying? And the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing in the book of Sirach as well, it talks about how, uh, let not, the status of a man and stuff cause you to fall, or cause you to fall in destruction and whatnot. So, roughly paraphrasing Salakia. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably doing more than butcher it. You know what I'm saying? But it's around those lines, right? And I want to hurry up and finish this stuff because I'm almost to the 50-minute mark. But this so it's like, don't touch nothing. So this number 16 and 27, it says, so they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan and Abiram, it says, on every side, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents. It says, and their wives and their sons and their little children. It says, and Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own mind. So guess what he's saying? He's saying, look, this ain't me. The Lord's the one who's doing this. You see? This ain't me. The Lord is the one who's doing this, right? It says, verse 29. It says, if these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord had not sent me. It says, but the Lord, like but the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up. So pretty much and stuff, giant crack in the ground and stuff, and it get to spread right underneath their ass, right? And it says, with all that appertaineth unto them, and they go down quick into the pit. It says, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord, but they came against Moses. We ain't, and this is why this is why us brothers, we always saying stuff. You're not really coming up against us. You're coming against the Lord. Because think about what really riles these people up. The understanding that comes against how they want to fucking live. You see, even with the scoffers, like my scoffers and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? The thing is that guess what? It gets explained that what you all are doing is wrong. It says, be at peace with all men as possible and whatnot and stuff. And that peace with all men, if possible, doesn't mean that you become the tyrant. That means that somebody is you trying to be peaceful with a motherfucker that's trying to be a tyrant to you. You see? But Jay like to play in their ass, right? So it's Numbers. I don't know. It's already 1 minute. So this is Numbers 16:30. It says, but if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them. It says, and they go down quick into the pit. It says, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. It says, verse 31, it says, and it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder. Asunder means to separate. It says, that was under them. It says, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up. It says, in their houses. It says, in all the men that appertaineth unto Korah. It says, in all their goods. It says, they and all that appertained to them. It says, went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed up upon them, and they perished from among the congregation and stuff. So the Lord opened the earth up and sealed it back up. So they got crushed. Men, women, and children crushed because they came up against Moses. You see, Moses was a grand man. You're seeing Moses and stuff, head of the church, even back then. You see, you know what I'm saying? And they came up against him. Why? Because they did not look at him, you know what I'm saying? Look at him as of any importance. You see? And they had, Jake always want to look a certain type of way and whatnot and stuff. They want to look a certain type of way and stuff. They want the clout and whatnot and stuff. And most Israelites, I'd say it like this: for them hating ass Israelites and stuff, you know what I'm saying? When they shine, when they light and stuff ain't shining, and somebody else light shining brighter than them, they'll look at this and stuff as being a competition. They'll look at it as being a competition and stuff. And most like boxing movies, and most boxing movies and whatnot, what happened and stuff when you got a fighter and stuff, and he ain't trying to take the bag and stuff to wave the white flag. He actually going for the championship. They try to off his ass, right? Don't they do that? Well, guess what? You got niggas in the, you not niggas, well, could have niggas in the truth. You know what I'm saying, right? But you got niggas and stuff that's the same fucking way. And the Lord is allowing they shit to stack. Remember, the scripture says, be careful how you build. A lot of these motherfuckers and stuff are stacking up damnation onto themselves. You see? Destruction onto themselves. You see? You think, you over here, yeah, damn, you whoop that nigga ass, boy, you whoop that nigga ass, you whoop that nigga ass and stuff, boy, let me shake up with you, this, that, and the third. Nah, the Lord don't look at it that way. You see? So this is it says It says, and it says, I think I read it already. Yeah. Verse, so like, let me see what time I got. All fives, Lord willing. It says, verse 32. It says, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed them up in their houses. It says, and all the men. So we was on the travel and stuff. So guess what? It wasn't no brick and mortar and whatnot and stuff. It was tents. So they was in the tents. You know what I'm saying? And the ground opened up underneath them, right? It says, and all the men that appertaineth unto Korah and all their goods. It says, they and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them. It says, and they perished from among the congregation, and all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them. It says, for they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. You know what I'm saying? It says and there came a fire from the Lord and consumed the 250 men. It's like it. So that, that's pretty much it. Verse 34. You know what I'm saying, right? So the thing is that the Lord can be pissed on the ones that you chose. That no, it's like it. The Lord can be pissed. You know what I'm saying? At the ones that pissed, he can get mad and he can get offended. The scriptures, because you got to understand this stuff. They came against Moses, but that was the choice of the Lord, and the Lord was like, "No, I picked him. You didn't. I picked him." You see, this is what I wanted him to do, and you coming up against him, and this man is coming through and stuff to bring you on to salvation, and you niggas and stuff talking shit when it come down to my choice. You see, and guess what? It's here today, because once again, the Lord said that he doeth nothing but reveal his secrets unto the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Men that are moved by the Holy Spirit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? The Lord is the one who chooses us, and you're gonna always have Israelites who's gonna have a fucking problem with certain Israelites. You see? You're gonna always have Israelites like that, no matter how they look. You're gonna always have something like that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it's going to be majority of the nation. You see, So, I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemi Al Shah, Hara Kakadash, the Buana to apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hold to be Shalom, Rabba, Kwam Yasharab.